Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you 10 latest defense updates. Number 1, IAF's S-400 War Manual. The Indian Air Force deployment of the S-400 Triumph air defense system during the May conflict not only pushed the Pakistan Air Force onto the defensive but also demonstrated a level of operational mobility and deception that defeated both Chinese satellite surveillance and European commercial satellite tracking contracted by Pakistan. According to information shared, the S-400 firing units operated in a highly dynamic shoot and scoot mode, relocating constantly across off-road terrain, jungles, and remote areas that enemy planners never expected heavy air defense systems to operate from. This mobility was a decisive factor behind the S-400's high interception success rate against PAF aircraft. Next, India set to become world's fourth largest nuclear submarine fleet by 2040. It has been informed that the Indian Navy is on track to become the world's fourth largest operator of nuclear-powered submarines by 2040, overtaking the United Kingdom and cementing India's position among the top-tier undersea powers. This transformation will place India behind only the United States, Russia, and China in terms of active nuclear submarine fleet strength. At present, the global nuclear submarine hierarchy is led overwhelmingly by the United States, which operates between 60 to 70 active nuclear submarines across SSN, SSBN, and SSGN categories. Russia and China follow, each maintaining large and expanding nuclear-powered undersea fleets. The United Kingdom currently occupies the fourth position, followed by France. Next, TEDBF set to outclass Rafale M. India's twin-engine deck-based fighter is shaping up to be far more than just a replacement for the Navy's aging MiG-29K fleet. Designed from the outlet for network-centric, unmanned, integrated, and software-defined warfare, the TEDBF is expected to outclass the Rafale in every operational dimension that will define air combat in the 2030 and beyond. Unlike the Rafale, which remains bound by foreign control software architecture and certification bottlenecks, the TEDBF will give the Indian Air Force and Indian Navy complete operational sovereignty. It will offer 100% freedom to integrate any Indian, European, or Russian missile without requiring original equipment manufacturer approval for every software change, weapon interface, or flight certification update. Next, why India IIT Madras Ramjet assisted artillery shell stands out for its simple, low-tech, and cost-effective design. What makes the Ramjet assisted artillery shell developed by IIT Madras truly disruptive is not just the dramatic increase in range it offers, but the elegant simplicity of its design philosophy. At a time when most global efforts in Ramjet artillery focus on complex, fully custom-built projectile with nose-mounted intakes and exotic materials, the IIT Madras approach takes a radically different path, one that prioritizes affordability, scalability, and ease of adoption by existing gun system. Many defense planners remain circumspect about the operational utility of fully custom ramjet shells that cost almost as much as rocket artillery rounds. Such projectiles, while technologically impressive, blur the line between the tube artillery and rocket artillery in terms of cost without necessarily offering the same flexibility, solver density, or logistical advantage that conventional guns provide. Next, China's South Heavenly Gate aerospace carrier. China has once again dusted off its favorite genre of military storytelling, futuristic superweapons that took spectacular in concept art but collapses under the weight of basic physics, engineering, and logistics. The latest revival is the so-called Nanshan Men or South Heavenly Gate program, a flying aerospace carrier that looks less like a weapon system and more like a rejected prop from a science fiction blockbuster. Next, India's first theatre command, likely by May. India is set to take a major step forward in military reforms with the country's first theatre command likely to be operational by May. Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan has confirmed. The development marks a crucial milestone in India's long pending transition towards integrated joint war-fighting structure aimed at enhancing combat effectiveness and streaming command and control across the armed forces. Speaking on the progress of the theaterization process, General Chauhan said the groundwork for the new command architecture has reached an advanced stage and the armed forces are now moving towards implementation. Next, entering military drone sector with launch of Aerodrop and Skyhammer tactical UAVs. India's Jyoti Global Plast has formally entered the defense drone segment with the launch of its indigenous aerospace Skyhammer tactical unmanned aerial vehicle, marking a significant step in the company's expansion into military aerospace systems designed for frontline deployment. The new UAV is engineered for precision delivery of tactical grade payloads across contested and high-risk battlefield environments. The Aerodrop Skyhammer platform has been developed as a rugged, mission-ready drone capable of operating in complex combat scenarios where conventional logistics and surveillance platforms can face severe limitations. The UAV is optimized for precision deployment of payloads, allowing armed forces to deliver critical equipment, supplies, sensor, or specialized mission modules directly into forward areas. Next, Bharat Forge Limited secures contract under emergency procurement for unmanned system. Bharat Forge Limited Aerospace Division has achieved a significant milestone in India's defense modernization journey by securing contracts worth approximately 300 crores under the ongoing emergency procurement EP6 framework. These contracts are for the Indian Army and also for end use at Indian Navy, cover a range of indigenous unmanned systems including intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance platforms and loitering munitions. Next, demonstrating rotating detonation ramjet for hypersonic missiles. GE Aerospace and Lockheed Martin completed a series of engine tests demonstrating the viability of a liquid-fueled rotating detonation ramjet for use in hypersonic missiles, the first initiative between the companies under a broader joint technology development arrangement. Next, exploring unmanned aerial escorts to protect high-value assets. As India advances the development of a long-range air defense interceptors capable of engaging targets deep inside adversary airspace. The Indian Air Force is also reassessing how it will protect its own high-value airborne assets in an era of ultra-long-range air-to-air combat. According to inputs shared, the Indian Air Force is actively considering the concept of unmanned aerial escorts to safeguard critical platforms such as mid-air refuelers and airborne warning and control systems aircraft. Thank you.